Now in the soup, we have a good cry with American Idol.
I'm gonna kill you!
Get wet with The Bachelor.
I don't know what that means.
And try not to see the full Snooki.
Hey, yo! Hey!
Plus, Tyra talks about lady parts, RuPaul's Drag Race is back, and the kick-ass clip of the week. Now, here's the host who watches it all for you, Joel McHale.
Welcome to the soup. Good news. Brett Favre has come out of retirement and will be quarterbacking in the Puppy Bowl. He'll still throw an interception to lose in the final seconds. Way to go, Chewbacca. That's what I named the dog. The asylum floodgates have finally closed on American Idol, and we're on the precipice of the first appearance of music legend Ellen DeGeneres. In the meantime, Kimberly came in and reminded them what it was like to have Paula around.
I have what it takes to be the American Idol because I have a really good heart. And I would be very into recycling and helping kids in Africa.
Hello.
You lost weight.
Oh, thank you.
I've seen you on TV.
Thank you.
It's not what I'm used to. Just want to try you on.
Okay, Kimberly. Randy, yes or no?
Wasn't good enough.
Cara?
No, Kimberly.
It's a no.
May I be excused, or would you like me to sing another song?
No, you're excused.
Okay, because that would be really weird if you wanted me to sing another song. You know what else is really weird? Elbow macaroni. Who has elbows that small? Sometimes when I push my eyes in really hard, I can see weird shapes. Can you hear a dog whistle? Because I can. What happens when you rob your brain of oxygen for an extended period of time? I imagine it's a lot like diving into a pool with no water. I've done both, by the way. Thank you for having me. My hand ends right here. If you're behind on your Bachelor watching, I'll recap. It's been 3 weeks since Whoregate 2010. 2 weeks since the Nutcase Knicks, and 1 week since Operation Uggo Purge / Carrie Gia like she's in a baby Bjorn. But this week, there's been a huge development. Jake's dates with the women have become so vapidly milquetoast, it's making dogs commit suicide.
So romantic, and I could have stayed out there forever.
I can't take it anymore, for goodness sake, man! Say a curse word, grab a brew, take me away on the troll, take me away! It's 2 impressions so far. Alas, it's down to 5 lonely ladies. Vienna, who's not cross-eyed, she's just always looking around for other options. She thinks she's got it in the bag, especially against quiet little Gia.
You know, when I let Jesse and Ashley go, it wasn't easy because I was hurting 2 friends, but it was because I want you here.
In a couple days, that'll be it, and I won't have to see anybody again. And it'll make things a lot easier.
It was awkward. It was very, very awkward.
I just can think in my head, he's mine, that's it, and that's it.
I'm going to steal Gia for just a few minutes.
You can eat my salmon.
If you're wondering whether that was a nice gesture or an insult, you should know they weren't having salmon that night. On The Insider, the strain of Tiger's scandal is finally taking its toll on Elin, at least according to their panel of supportive experts.
Hey, Larry, you know, it's so interesting. We've seen so many pictures of Elin recently looking so put together and beautiful and smiling. But you have to imagine she's in so much pain. Take a look at this picture we just got our hands on. No sunglasses, no makeup. It looks like the stress of her husband's sex scandal has finally taken its toll.
It's such a shame.
It is a shame, because wearing a lot of makeup isn't a sign you're wildly insecure about your looks and masking a lack of self-confidence to appear more attractive to a spouse who's looking at younger women. You wear all that makeup because you're in a good place, right, Snooki? I mean, Samantha? Nice to see you. It's time for our new segment, Billy Bush Just Doesn't Give a Crap Anymore. I love you, Billy. Billy caught up with Pink and her husband backstage at the Grammys, and apparently he really doesn't give a crap anymore.
Pink's ass is an unbelievable ass, Carrie.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like the trending topic, right?
What am I, a journalist? My job is to report the facts. Fact, Pink's got a great ass. It's like a radish. This just in, I can't get enough of that caboose. I'm following a hot lead here. When did I become Regis, huh? In other TV news, if you're a fan of cocky part-time fathers, then this week's Entertainment Tonight is for you.
Only we're there as Levi Johnston goes to the Palin home to get his baby boy.
Hey, son. You miss me?
Then Britney's ex, from this to this. How Kevin Federline ballooned to over 240 pounds. Levi and Trip. K-Fed's Fat Fight, Thursday on ET.
That's two more reasons Entertainment Tonight is #1.
It's amazing how they can be #1 and yet so obviously #2 at the same time. Now, Snooki's vagina. Radar Online reports that X-rated photos and video of Snooki are being shopped around. And we at The Soup have an exclusive first look at the photos. That is obscene. Let's talk about chicks, man.
Chicks, man.
Heidi, if that's even still her name, Montag, told People magazine her mother's reaction to Heidi's plastic surgery was negative, saying she was looking at me like I was a circus freak. Heidi then bounced a ball on her new nose. Oh, no, wait. That was just one of her enormous fake boobs hitting her fake face. We got you again. Let's have some chat stew, shall we? Yeah!
So meaty.
Anything can happen in a city the size of Los Angeles, but when it doesn't, we have the KTLA Morning News to help us pass the time. On a recent morning at an intersection that was being held hostage by a chicken, a reporter named Jennifer Gould somehow came out looking undignified.
You know, they say a bird in the hand is worth more than two in the bush. And he's a real chick magnet because everyone's out here. He's been flying around here and he's been playing chicken per se. You know, I was just winging it earlier, no pun intended. We made friends. We met on Facebook. We also talk to each other every once in a while on Twitter. We tweet a lot. The bird's got a lot of peeps. Hey, chicken, why did you choose this area?
That's the best audition to host E's live from the red carpet ever. You got the job. Over on Live with Regis and Kelly, the hosts were chatting about The Bachelor, and that was enough to set Regis off.
Does this Bachelor seem like you could be potentially watching a soap opera? Like, I feel like he is a soap star. I'm like, I'm watching him, and I'm like, what soap is he from? And then every girl, I'm like, isn't she on a soap? She's on a soap, right? But no, it's very dramatic. He breaks down and cries at the drop of a hat.
Is he crying again?
I find very...
He's got to stop crying.
Cries.
Be a man.
It's not fair, Regis. You've been through 2 world wars, the Depression, the Black Plague, fall of the Ming Dynasty, the extinction of the dinosaurs, and the time Adam decided to eat that apple. If a pussy like Jake can't decide which cocktail waitress he wants to fake marry right away, cut him some slack, would ya? There are those times when I'm watching the Tyra show, and I grow tired of hearing Tyra talk about Tyra. But this week, I got a chance to finally hear Tyra talk about others, and guess what? I can't take that seriously either, too.
Tomorrow on Tyra. Remember her? Lauren was born with 2 vaginas. And she's not the only one. 5 women, 10 vaginas.
Wait a second. Tyra is there, so that's 6 women, still 10 vaginas. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned for reality show clip time with bad service on Kitchen Nightmares, spray tanned kids on Toddlers and Tiaras, plus RuPaul's Drag Race untucks itself, a new Steven Seagal movie, and the kick-ass clip of the week.
That is what I'm talking about.
Welcome back. Lost returned, and without spoiling anything for those of you who are 3 seasons behind and still kidding yourselves that you'll ever catch up, here's the smoke monster back in action. Wow, I haven't seen a horrifying computer-generated creature eviscerate something like that since...
Tina Fey going to a sock hop, but there are no more sock hops. Tina Fey having a Lucy Ricardo moment. Ricky Babaloo!
Oh, the humanity!
Babaloo!
Yes, Babaloo! I hope you burn that coat. It's reality show clip time. Super Nanny had a guest fill in for her this week while she straightened out some green card issues. Super Manny featured child expert Mike Ruggles as he tried to get to the root of this family's problems. Turns out, Mom's a liar.
I try to get what you need from the library. I try to get what you need from the bookstore. I never went to the library. Oh my God. No, Brianna, but I would. You're so rude.
You're not even my mom. No, but I could be. And if I was, I would not regret giving you up for adoption, you rude stranger daughter. Library? On Kitchen Nightmares, Chef Gordon Ramsay tries to help failing restaurants turn themselves around. In some cases, the problems go further than just the food.
Wow, 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 wow. Oh, my God. It's like a zoo in here.
Yeah, well, it is tropical.
Who designed it?
My daughter decorated it.
Amazing. How drunk was she when she put the final sketches together?
What crazed masculine stupor was she in when she defecated all over the inside of this restaurant? This is worse than scurvy. Okay, dear, let's start with the problems tropicalis. Have you seen Shark Tank? Didn't think so. Here's how it works. People who hope to one day be rich a-holes try to get rich a-holes to invest in their ideas. Meet Captain Ice Cream and watch the fight for his future.
I don't know where the investment opportunity is because anybody can make a moped with a freezer on it.
That's the thing, can they?
Yeah, they can.
Okay, how about a tricycle with a convection oven? Rotisserie skateboard? Segway with George Foreman grill? This hack can go just about with any appliance, I think. The show Axemen is not just about the Brazilian waxing of the mountains of the Pacific Northwest. The loggers also go to Florida to exfoliate timber from southeastern swampland. But they are smart enough to hire this guy to protect them from the alligator attacks.
Where's that at? 3 or 4 miles from here. What, recently? A week or so. Look, that was 12 foot 2 inches. That's a big one.
What do you do if one comes up? Just get out of the water?
Give your ass to Jesus because you're going to be an alligator turd.
I'm afraid that's impossible. He's already given his ass to 2 double fudge Oreos. Having run out of unnecessary outdoor locations to unnecessarily demonstrate his unnecessary survival skills, Bear Grylls unnecessarily showed us how to survive in a post-disaster urban setting. No mention of how to survive the disaster. You'll have to figure that out for yourself. Apparently, gymnastics will be crucial to our unnecessary survival.
Making your way through the urban jungle can be every bit as challenging as a natural one. You need to know how to move with speed and safety.
It's an old ventilation shaft, this. Might be the best way down into the building.
That is the most effort I have ever seen anyone put into cutting in line at Quiznos. Thank you. No. You must do backflips after the disaster. Toddlers and Tiaras is the most watched show amongst members of Billy Ray Cyrus's family. This week's traumatizing 5 to 6-year-old pageant showed us why.
Miss Brittany.
Someone's been painting my roses red and they're bound to lose their head.
Cragen. Maggie Claire. Here is Daisy. Let's welcome to the stage Brooke, Jagan. Here is Francis. Thank you, Gracie. Great job.
Don't forget to tip your servers or to register as a sex offender during the intermission. All right. Now, gay shows. As New Orleans and Indianapolis took the week off leading up to the Super Bowl, it left us without a meaningful NFL game to watch. It was the perfect time for Logo to bring back RuPaul's Drag Race. Here, Ru asked contestant Tyra about the origin of his given name.
You have a child.
I do have a son. His name is Jeremiah.
Jeremiah. Oh, that's the tattoo you have there.
Yeah, tattooed on my arm.
Why Jeremiah?
We wanted a name from the Bible. My name comes from the Bible, so...
Tyra's in the Bible?
No, not Tyra. James is in the Bible.
If Tyra were in the Bible, that would be...
Fantastic!
Yeah! That's exactly what I was going to say. All right, keep going. That was Johnny Weir. We'll be right back.
Hold on, the soupiest stuff is up next, including Steven Seagal's latest straight-to-DVD and the kick-ass clip of the week.
I think you and I need to have a little talk.
Welcome back. And now, a video from Namaste America, which claims to be the #1 South Asian television network in America, because when it comes to South Asian television networks, we don't have room for second-place finishers. Enjoy the hiccup dance.
जो है पता वो ना पता राज छुपाने में है सच्चा मजा कहना है जो कह दोगे ना बातें बनाने को है कुछ ना बचा
Nice.
What?
How are they able to get footage from inside the sex clinic Tiger Woods is in? Why is it in ruins? Apple has unveiled its revolutionary new device, the iPad. With us now is our soup technology expert, whom I did not know existed, with an exclusive review of the new product.
I could not be more excited about this little gadget. It is going to revolutionize our lives.
That's not an iPad.
You're right. Joel, this is actually a prototype of their upcoming device, the iPad Mini. It's even more advanced than the iPad.
That's an iPod Touch. I have one too.
No, this is an iPad Mini. Apple told me so. It does everything the iPad can, but it's more portable.
It's exactly the same thing.
Well, is yours a unicorn factory?
No, neither's yours, because they're the same thing. How much did you pay for that?
$699. The guy at the Genius Bar gave me a $100 discount. But Joel, can yours do this?
Hey guys, hey, that's a nice iPod Touch.
Yes, it can. I'm still gonna buy the iPad. I'm parched, feeling sluggish, and have an overwhelming lack of Eastern influence in my life. Steven Seagal energy drink, Asian experience without looking. How much of this crap did we buy? Oh, that is not what I thought it was going to be. In Steven's latest straight-to-DVD masterpiece, A Dangerous Man, Steven plays Shane Daniels, a rogue, quiet, often misunderstood ex-Special Forces secret operative with a heart of gold, who spent 6 years in jail for a murder he didn't commit. On his very first day out of jail, Shane mysteriously finds a hot girl being held hostage in the trunk of a car with $1 million. What are the chances? Shane does what any man would do. He takes her to a motel and scares the hell out of her.
I think you and I need to have a little talk.
I already told you everything.
That really doesn't explain to me how you ended up in a trunk next to a bag of cash.
I already told you it's not my money. What are you, deaf?
I want you to shut the
up. If I'm gonna try to save you, and if I'm gonna try to help you, you need to talk to me. You need to listen to what I say, when I say, how I say, and if you don't, I will leave you here to get eaten by the jackals who are coming soon. Okay?
Did you say jackals or jowls? The context seems like jackals would be appropriate, but when I look at you, I can't help but think of jowls. He orders pizza with the same intensity. See you later. It's amazing that our show is where he draws the line of what he'll agree to not do. He won't come on. And now our clip of the week. Do you ever wonder where the people who tell you the news get their news? I never did until I saw Anderson Cooper 360 and noticed the face of cable television journalism uses some rather questionable sources.
I must admit, I have not seen this TV show yet. I've seen it on The Soup, so I feel like I've seen it. And I know who Snooki is solely because she's the object of derision and mockery on The Soup.
You
just
love
about
the Real
every
Housewives,
week.
right?
And I guess some people sort of love her / are repulsed by her.
She's very down to earth, you know, very
down to earth.
Yes.
She's like laying in the gutter. That's how down to earth she is. Have you seen her in the hot tub? I've seen that on The Soup.
Not personally.
Pretty. Yeah, it's like a petri dish. I'm going to be in trouble with this situation.
And he does have his wealth back, so you got to watch out.
I don't know. I've seen it on The Soup.
Yes! That's sweet, Anderson. That is sweet, but we're not the first two men Snooki has brought together at once. See you next week, Wobbly H.